archaeological trailblazer. As one legend sunsets,
Dad! Oh, Dad! What? Dad! What?
another begins his journey.
Kentucky's finest has just arrived. And I'm not talking about the bourbon.
Start the car! Start the car! Go! Run! Drive! I can't drive!
Look, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, Dr. Jim!
You are a member of my council, but I did not give you the rank to tell me what the f to do! What?
I want this card now! Whatever it takes!
The new generation.
I'd like to sell this card. Kentucky Jim?
It is my duty to please that booty.
Whoa, we're just gonna glance over the whole Samuel L. Jackson thing? Where's my whistle?
From that of the old is born.
It's over, Dr. Jim! What the f*** are you doing?
What? Say what again?
What?
Recording at 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, at Undercity Comics. Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 154. My name is Nick Valero.
Rene.
It's Bryan.
And welcome to the show.
Hey, Bryan's back.
I'm back, baby!
Man, get the hell.
Nah,
Get out.
I missed this. I missed this. I was thinking about this earlier this
I mean,
week.
Sean.
Call him then, dude. Jesus Christ, why do you complain so much? Stop complaining. You like him? Call him. I like him. But I'm back. Deal with it. I was thinking about this.
Can I trade you?
I miss being on the show when I'm not on the show. I miss it. I miss like actually talking into the mic and talking about news and, you know, messing with Nick and getting Nick all riled up and angry. Stop, dude.
You said you like talking into the mic. Wait, what do you mean getting me angry?
Yeah.
You're the one that stress levels are
I
always
don't.
high.
Yeah, because you say a bunch of stupid things.
Yeah, and then your stress goes all the way up because I said 2 or 3 things and you're like,
Well, before we get into that, formalities, let's get them out of the way. Don't forget to check out keepingupwiththenerds.com for all the up-to-date information. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Check out our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Podbean. And if you're not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, why not? Go subscribe to Keeping Up with the Nerds. Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think about the issues after you guys are done hearing it. And remember, the YouTube channel is the only place to see our skits, which we release every issue so far. I mean, we release one with every issue.
it's good?
Yeah. Yes. And they've been pretty good. We've been having a lot of fun writing them. So go check them out. Show us some love. Let us know down below what you guys think about the issues.
There we go.
But you found the numbers?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Rene. Thanks for helping out. You know,
You didn't have to say anything, but okay.
How's your guys' week's been?
It's been all right.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Getting prepared for 4th of July tomorrow upon recording.
Oh yeah. So happy 4th one day after 4th of July to everyone who's listening right now. What's wrong with you? Why are you guys all like quiet now?
I was reading.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
You saw these numbers ahead of time, so why are you reading them now?
I didn't want to talk to you.
That's a straight up lie. You always want to talk to me,
I
dude.
never want to talk to you.
You
Never, ever. Why do you think I don't talk on the group chat? I just text Rene.
No. Oh, does he really?
He does
Do you really? You know what I noticed? Actually, no. You want to know what I found really funny this morning?
That if
So
Rene messages me, I automatically message.
Automatically, because you were trying to get tickets for Barbie.
Yeah.
Right? And so
I saw Rene added
saw
you,
her- yeah,
and I
it was
immediately clicked it.
I'm like, dude, I didn't want to say anything because it's just like, I don't want to start something, whatever, right? But I noticed you like messaged him within like a minute. He answers. And I'm like, all right, now I know.
Yeah, just have Rene talk to me.
Why? Why do you choose to ignore me?
Because you're annoying.
How? There's a lot of stuff that I tell you that's like, you need to know this like right now.
I know. But
Yeah, but then what? Because then you start crying and complaining. It's like,
then
dude, I do this one time and then you won't stop bugging me about it. You won't stop making fun of me about it. Listen, dude.
Because that is you.
No, how?
That's your whole facade.
What's my facade?
Is that if we mess up once, you'll make fun of it for like weeks.
Yeah, because you guys always pick on you, not you guys. You pick on me.
He picks on you too.
Yeah, but it's Rene.
But
Rene is the lovable one. No one gets mad at him.
and you wonder why I answer when he texts.
You know,
He's
what?
lovable.
That's true. Touche. There you go. Got me there. You got me, Nick. Good job. High five. High five, buddy. Finger five. Come on. There you go. There you go.
You're pregnant.
Alrighty. Well, just to kind of get things out of the way, there's plenty of stuff to talk about in comic strips. Actually, first of all, I wanted to shout out a couple things. You guys did a really good job without me last week. Nick behaved himself pretty well, and props to you for being the camera A guy over here,
Oh yeah.
leading the whole show and going like, yeah, everything you did perfect.
I
It
like
was
the
all
false
good.
power I got.
The false control.
Did you like the illusion?
Yeah.
The power I gave you.
Illusion, yeah. It felt nice.
It
You
felt nice.
guys did a great job. I wasn't on the show last week because I was celebrating Andy's birthday.
Yeah.
My
You were
wife's
doing your
birthday.
husbandly duties.
No, that's not you said it. You were just like, she's your wife.
So what? Did Andy laugh at that?
No, I don't. I think so. Maybe.
And he
I
doesn't
don't-
watch anymore.
She
Yeah,
she
she
listens. I think it's because she hasn't been driving as often by herself, so that's why she doesn't listen to the show. But like when it's just her in the car, she like listens to us. So cool. But dude, that bit had me cracking up when I was editing the show.
Oh, yeah.
But no,
No,
He
but
told me
the
about it.
edits-
He told me about it after we did it. He was like, "Oh, that was pretty funny."
Edits
he
were
kept saying
great.
he kept saying it afterwards too, because he's like, "Oh, because it's his wife."
It's his wife.
And then shout out to a couple fans that have stopped by and said hi. So one funny story that Nick just loves to poke fun of.
You're the one that keeps telling the story.
Yeah, because I want to let people know. But we need to talk about it because I told the guy that shut him out on the show. But
okay.
yeah, so it was 2 Wednesdays ago at the night market. This one of our fans, Derek, runs up to me, basically says that he was like trying to like follow me down because he saw me from a distance, didn't know if it was me or not. But he said he was pretty happy to see me, that he's talked to you quite a bit already.
Which I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. But
Yeah, I mean, you work at a store,
I
so
work.
granted.
I see a lot of people coming in. That's
Yeah.
why, yeah.
But yeah, it was the first time a fan ever stopped me in Uptown Whittier. He's like, yeah, he told us that he loves the show, that we've been doing a great job and everything. The only person left to meet is Nick.
You will never meet me.
I want that to be a thing. Where like, I want everyone.
I am
like,
elusive.
if people want to meet us,
Yeah.
it's like they'll get to meet you and I.
Yeah, then
If we ever,
two out of the
if we ever
three.
get big enough for meet and greets, I will set mine thing for 20 minutes.
I want you to come out with bodyguards.
I want to come out with a box on my head, like Shia LaBeouf. Just
You're gonna be like the next Marshmallow, or
I am, but it's just gonna.
come out with a mask. You
But
don't know if it's him or not.
It's like we only see him on the podcast.
But it's just like this dude. This is just like really skinny dude.
Yeah.
It's just they're like, that's definitely not
That's
him.
definitely not Nick.
But he's signing autographs.
You're just gonna get Lucas to do it.
Yeah, basically. I'll give him $20.
Nick never attends these conventions like just to see people. He's
Yeah.
it's either him or probably not. You'll never know because he never takes the mask off.
Never,
That'd be great, dude.
ever.
If people just never meet you, but they meet both of us, Or if someone actually does find you on the streets, you just run the opposite
I would
direction.
love. I would love if people think of me the same way I thought of our real addiction, where I thought he was a CPU.
Oh,
I really did think he was
Miguel.
Yeah.
For like the longest time, I thought he was an AI. So if people
But you're
go,
here in person. We physically see you, so it's not possible.
no man, this is CG.
This is CG. We added you in post.
Yeah, you added me in post.
AI.
This is what takes Brian so
You're the
long.
reason the writers are striking, dude.
Exactly.
You're
I'm an AI.
generated content.
Exactly.
Oh my god. No, but thank you, Derek, for saying hi and
Yes.
thank you for
watching.
Thank you for watching. There was another guy, I forget his name, but I used to work with him for the city. But we went to the night concert as well. He stopped me. He said he loves the content as well. That we've been doing great. And
Cool.
Yeah, he'll continue watching it. So, thank you guys for all the support. I want to shout you guys out because you guys have been killing it with the support, watching the reels, sharing them, liking them. Following us on our Instagram. To all the new followers, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Continuing to listen.
And welcome.
And if you guys like the show, share with everyone else because we definitely. Do you know they lowered the partner program requirements now?
What is it?
For what?
500 subs,
Is it really?
3,000 watch hours.
I think we already hit the watch hour. We hit the watch hours. a
No,
while.
we're halfway through.
Are we really?
We're halfway through with the watch hours. So we just need 400 new subs. And that's
Not bad.
it. So, guys, if you guys like the show, you guys want to support us, the best thing you guys can do is to share our content.
Listen.
If you guys see the reels, put them out there, share them with friends and family, let them know what the show's about. And, we try our hardest to make this as PG as possible. Granted, we have Nick here, so, the
Listen.
line can be, a little bit difficult. but,
PewDiePie ended his reign on YouTube. Give me some of those.
You're bringing
me some of
us
those.
almost 100 million people.
Give me them.
Come on. That's it.
Give me.
Uh,
He doesn't need them. He has a kid now. It's fine.
but the reels have been doing
He's
great.
made his money.
Yeah, he already made his money. Yeah.
Actually, you guys can help out. If you guys are listening to the show and find something funny, you guys can comment in the YouTube sections or, send us an email or something with like a time segment of what you guys want to see as a reel. Funny moments. Send it to me about a minute in length. That's all I can fit on YouTube Shorts. But yeah, so that way we can highlight some stuff and expose it out into the world. But thank you guys for everything. We really appreciate it.
Because Brian's going to put it at the very bottom, all your comments. So that way it kind of goes like a little daily clock. It'd be sick.
You realize that when you tell me to edit things,
You don't do
right?
it.
I don't do it.
I-
It's like, oh, put subscribe buttons over Sean over
You
here. And
did
I put
it?
it over your face. Yeah, over your face.
Yeah, but
You
you
don't
did it
tell me what to
still.
do, dude. I do my own edits. I do it my way.
You still did it.
I know, but I didn't do it your way. So
You still
to
did
whatever
it.
false satisfaction you want, that's fine. You're not gonna get it.
Was it clickable?
No, there's no way. You can't do a clickable sideways or whatever PNG, GIF, whatever, on a video. Doesn't work that way.
No.
Okay. So you didn't get what you want. I
kinda
did it my way.
I kind
So
of
shut your mouth.
So what
Comic
he's
strips.
Saying is he didn't do
No.
your job.
I
Yeah.
did my job.
That's what I'm hearing. That is where I am going with this. High five.
Comic strips. Segment of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 15 to 20 minute conversation. Nick, you've been doing such a great job at not tangenting. You failed last week.
That's not true.
You tangented pretty hard.
We tangent a lot.
Listen,
No,
that,
you do nothing wrong.
80%.
You do nothing wrong.
that episode was
You do nothing
100% tangent, and you're welcome.
That's a good
Episode
episode.
got-
No, you guys stayed on
Yeah,
track.
we got 132 views. As
You
of
guys
right
did.
now.
Yeah, you guys did a good job. If you think that you tangented it and that was your fault, it's not. Your chaos brought us some good fortune.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They love the tangent.
No, they don't love the tangent. They just love how dumb you act sometimes. Same thing.
Tomato.
Tomato, potato.
Are you ready for comic strips?
Yes, let's do it.
Actually, when you said it, you were pretty close.
What?
It's close enough.
Tomato, potato.
No, the comic strips.
Oh.
Yeah, you did pretty close.
Comic
I was
strip.
just trying to go off of memory. I'm like, what else Brian say?
But you don't pay attention. It's fine. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Just get it. I talk
He's
too much.
he
Whatever.
zones out.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You
We
zone out
should.
too. Shut up.
I don't zone out.
Marvel returns to San Diego Comic-Con. All the information on their panel can be found at marvel.com.
Why?
I don't know. Comic-Cons are dying. I think Comic-Cons and conventions in general are just kind of dying out.
Did you see the Anime Expo?
No, because I'm not a
LA?
weeb.
No, it was like overly packed.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
it was.
That's
big,
cool.
big. Apparently, they
That's-
sold too many tickets.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't care.
They did
It's Anime
too
Expo.
good of a job.
I don't
Why
understand.
are we people? Why are people supporting anime, dude?
I don't understand.
'Cause
that
it's an
when you
art.
watch- Yeah, I know. I don't understand. You watch anime.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
no,
do.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
No.
yeah.
You will never catch.
I
me
saw
saying
you.
that.
You
will
literally
never.
have a Katara fig pin in your car.
That's not anime.
It's an American anime, you idiot.
No, anime is supposed to be Japanese.
Oh my god.
It's anime inspired. It's not an anime.
I will hurt you.
And anytime I watch it, it's no longer an anime.
You're an idiot.
Japanese cartoon.
No, it's not. You're an idiot.
Japanese animation. Really well done.
It's that's
Anime
why
Expo, you'll never find me there. Never.
you only
I walk around the
What if we got? I was gonna say, like, what if we got tickets to Anime Expo?
you only find Brian in
I'll
the
send my twin.
you only see Brian in the adult section
You know,
because it's not tentacles if Brian's watching it.
It's not. It's not
That's you.
hentai.
It's not.
Hentai. If Brian.
Could you imagine if like people?
Can I
take that
imagine you
seriously?
watching
No,
it?
it's not. No.
you imagine
I really
me
don't want.
watching
I
hentai?
really don't want to envision that.
No, could you imagine if people actually believe this bit and they think that I actually really hate anime?
I think the way that you
come off,
anime
yes.
is people might suspect. Oh, he probably loves it.
Oh,
'cause
okay,
you
cool.
hate it so
Yeah, I
much.
hate it.
I actually did get a question from somebody going like,
Did
"Why
you?
does Brian hate anime so much?" And I'm
He's
like,
not a
"Oh,
weeb.
because he's an idiot.
Somebody.
He's an idiot." That's why.
Dragon Ball Z is a Mexican cartoon. What are you talking
That
about?
is not a Mexican cartoon.
It is a Mexican cartoon.
Just because you saw it in Mexico.
No, I saw it in Spanish. Don't be racist.
Listen.
You paused. You when you
I was
called
gonna-
out. Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say something.
Dumbass.
But I caught
Dummy.
myself.
Got it. You're gonna cross the line to PG-13.
I
The one time,
was about
dude.
to go R.
J.J. Abrams. Do you guys know he's working on a Hot Wheels movie?
It's gonna be so much lens flare.
Dude,
You know
that's
who I-
fine.
You know
That's
who?
fine.
You know who would be awesome at making a Hot Wheels movie though?
Who?
The Wachowskis.
Why? Because of Speed Racer?
Because of Speed Racer.
Yeah.
If you were to make a Speed Racer, a Hot Wheels movie like Speed Racer, you're telling me that wouldn't be awesome?
No, yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
100%.
That movie would be sick.
100%. It's not one of my top 3 movies, but John and I share like this like love for this movie where it was just like, dude, I was a closeted Speed Racer fan until John revealed that he was also a
He was
Speed
also
Racer-
in the
Oh
closet?
my god, yeah.
Did you guys meet? Did you guys toes touch? Is that what happened?
And just been like, you know what? I'm ready. Let's get out of the closet together.
Dude, we
Did you
made our
move- did you
wives
move a
watch
j-
Speed Racer.
Did you move the jacket and you were like, oh, you're home? Is that what happened?
Dude,
You made your wives sit there and watch Speed Racer?
yes, because we reminisced.
How
on
did
Speed
they
Racer.
like it?
I think both of them cried.
You know what? I don't know if Monica would enjoy Speed Racer because it's so
not?
because it's
There's
because
a lot happening.
there's a
with
lot
that
it's
movie.
because you know what? I feel like you have to be into like 80s anime.
That's the thing, and I feel, and it's nothing against you, Monica. It's just I don't think that she would appreciate the cheesiness of it.
It's super.
Bro.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of cheese.
And
There's a lot.
I feel like she would be so put off from it.
I think
That's
it
why.
was.
That thing is a charcuterie
Again,
board.
I love you, Monica. I think it's you.
That thing is a charcuterie board of cheese. It's just so much, and then at a certain point, you're just sick of the cheese.
So I think it was Culture Crave on Twitter or something like that. They were just like, there hasn't been a good anime adaptation, movie adaptation.
Said Speed Racer.
No, they didn't mention Speed Racer. And then I saw the comments down below, and it was like, oh, we all are forgetting about Speed Racer. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, because I mean, Netflix hasn't been doing a good job with these adaptations. It's
See,
like you
They're really not. I mean, I'm gonna watch One Piece. I know I'm gonna like punch myself in the temple as I'm doing it, and just kind of going like, why did I do this? Why did I do this?
Why
Why
am I doing
this?
this?
because
Why
you're
am
a
I
weeb.
doing this?
Because you're a weeb. You can't.
So are you.
I'm not a weeb.
Dude, you have a tramp stamp that says I am a weeb. Insert here.
I'm a weeb. It's the truth.
Anyways, talking about the Hot Wheels movie that J.J. Abrams is working on. I didn't know this, but he describes his movie to be emotional, grounded, and gritty.
That movie's gonna suck. It's Hot
Yeah,
Wheels.
gritty.
Dude, it's Hot Wheels. How can
Dude.
you...
That's what I'm thinking.
That
I'm
can
like,
be
how do you make a
grounded.
grounded Hot Wheels movie like Gran Turismo based on a true story?
Gran Turismo kind of makes sense. I like that. I like the concept of Gran
Well,
Turismo.
they got lucky with a story that had to revolve around
Around
the game.
Gran-
Yeah.
about-
But
around
like,
the
what
game.
about Hot
Yeah.
Wheels? It's like some kid grew up playing Hot Wheels tracks, and now all of a sudden he's trying to become a Hot Wheels racer.
No,
in
there's a
IRL.
movie of that already. It's Fast and Furious.
That's true. That's very true.
So James Wan is making this movie. Oh my god, there's so many better directors. Oh my god. Like the Wachowskis would have been dope.
J.J.
James
Abrams
Wan.
in collaboration with Michael Bay. So every time a car crashes,
No,
it
Michael Bay
explodes.
Justin
would-
Lin could have
no.
done a better job.
Justin Lin. Oh my god, that also would have been cool. Dang, there have been
Well, you
so
know what?
many.
If J.J. Abrams does the first one, he'll probably give the sequel to Justin Lin.
Oh,
like
yeah,
did
'cause he
with
can't
Star
do
Trek
it.
Beyond.
I just don't know how you make a Hot Wheels movie.
I don't. Well, they made a Barbie movie.
But apparently, in the interview that kind of said or talked about this, I don't know if it was Entertainment or Variety, but with the interview, they were talking about how Mattel is such a good treasure trove of like IPs that you can make movies out of. Because Barbie was one that no one thought was possible, and now look, it's one of the most like hyped movies of this
That's
year.
the thing is the one thing that, because whenever they start doing stuff like this, they start taking properties like toys and making them a movie. You start wondering what kind of story we're gonna get from that. From the Lego movie, we got was a Lego world within a basement of a family's basement. And stuff like
and that grew
Yeah.
into something bigger.
But Lego has a good foundation. What can you do with Hot Wheels? Hot Wheels is
I don't know. This could be an untapped story that we don't know that the producers.
so you get Fast and the Furious and mix it with Death Race,
So Twisted Metal.
basically Twisted Metal.
That's what like
You
we
joked
said.
about it.
Yeah.
Or you're
Yeah,
just like, oh,
basically
what if
Twisted
like
Metal.
Abrams was like directing 1 or 2 episodes of Twisted Metal? That comes out this month.
It does
Yeah,
come
it
out this
does.
month. Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool.
It's fine.
It looks cool.
You guys went to go see that movie No Hard Feelings, right?
We did.
Yeah.
did.
It was
You know
good.
that it crossed 50 million and is
Good
on
for it.
track to be the highest grossing R-rated
Rated
comedy, in
Good.
recent years.
You know what? Good
Oh,
for
yeah,
that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was fun.
Yeah.
It had heart.
We
I-
laughed. We laughed more than we thought we did.
Oh man, I was like really cringed out for a while. Like
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to it, and in like good 30 minutes of that movie, I was like, oh my god, it's
But it-
so hard to watch.
But it wasn't bad. That's the thing. It's that awkwardness of going out and trying to
seduce a
seduce-
19-year-old.
Yeah.
That's the concept is weird.
So-
And you know what? That's what I was telling you is
Yeah.
that like for me, I don't feel that appeal to go watch this
Mhm.
movie. I don't doubt it's not a like.
I
Not
don't.
A
I
good-
don't think you
wouldn't-
would like
You
it.
wouldn't
I don't-
enjoy this movie.
I don't think you would
Why?
like it.
Personally, because there's a nude scene that
Yeah.
requires Jennifer Lawrence being nude the whole time, and she's fighting a bunch of like
She-
20.
No, she's not fighting. She's wrestling.
Oh yeah, she's like
She's wrestling.
she's kicking ass.
That's kind of what like turned me off about this
Yeah.
is that then like once the movie came out, that was the advertisement that a lot of people were pushing forward in Twitter
Mhm.
is that it's their first nude scene.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if there's
Yeah,
much more to the
It's
story
her
or
first
much
full,
more to the movie.
full frontal nude scene, but she's been topless. in
Listen,
countless
in
movies.
for everything else, if that's what gets you into the movie theater, okay, whatever. It got you into the movie theater to see a
Did it
pretty
get
good
you in
movie.
the movie theater?
I honestly, I didn't even know that
You
that
guys
was
didn't
that
know.
was there. I didn't know. I
No,
didn't know
people
about
didn't
it.
know. People didn't know. To be fair,
We-
people didn't know.
We didn't know about it when we went to go see it, and then
No.
when when the scene where she gets out of
the beach.
on the beach, and we were like, well, what is she gonna do? And then she starts beating up these kids.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like dude, like wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like
wow.
that's an interesting
I
scene.
was
Okay.
like, dang, she took her vitamins. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and she's just like body slamming and just like and just totally like flipping people. It was cool.
I will say, if people are complaining that there isn't enough originality in Hollywood, this could be a good example of it. Because
You know-
you have that complaint right now where it's like everything's a superhero movie, everything is like borrowed from something else.
Yeah.
It's like this is an original idea.
That's
if you
what-
guys want that, go watch
That's
it.
what I told you when we went to go see The Machine. We saw a trailer for No
Right.
Hard Feelings. I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I've been kind of like interested in a raunchy comedy in
Mhm.
some time. That wasn't Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
or like an American Pie.
Yeah, an American Pie. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, okay, you know what? And I was like, I'm down to watch No Hard Feelings.
Yeah.
And-
Which also, speaking of which, The Machine was also really good.
yeah, The Machine was actually.
The
pretty
Machine
good.
was fun.
Mhm.
So I mean, there's a lot of like really cool comedies that came out or are coming out, and I definitely recommend don't just stop at the big blockbusters. Stop at some of these other ones. You know, instead of going to go see Indie, go watch No Hard Feelings.
Or Mission Impossible.
That's not out yet, so be a little hard.
Fede Alvarez's Alien movie has wrapped up production.
Okay,
It'll be releasing August 16th of 2024.
no one cares. It's an alien movie. Nobody,
Can you shut your mouth?
dude, it's an alien.
You
movie.
say that because you know I love Alien.
No,
No,
I'm
literally. No,
I'm saying
you
that
will go
because
watch
it's
this movie.
over.
No, you say that because I like Alien.
I'm gonna tell you-
Everything I like, you always make fun
No,
of.
I'm gonna tell you right now, no.
no,
Quiet.
no. You be quiet.
So that way I can tell you, alien movies are past their prime.
they're not past their prime.
Yes,
It's
they
fine.
are.
No,
What was the last good alien movie?
Covenant.
You're a moron.
I'm not a moron.
Yes.
It was. A
You
great
enjoyed
Alien movie.
Covenant?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because it's.
What are you gonna
Alien.
tell me that
Because
Prometheus
it's
was good too?
No,
What, did you like Prometheus?
it was okay.
But you liked Covenant?
Stand by it. 100%.
Why?
I will die next to Covenant.
Did you like Covenant?
No,
Not really.
he didn't like it.
So all the
Yeah.
sane people on this side,
My
Understand.
love for Alien.
I think I remember.
My love for Alien.
Dude,
before we
you
did the
were on your
podcast,
knees.
I remember you talking about Alien Covenant and how you were excited for it. It was
Yeah.
one of those times we always came at the store and we just talked for hours.
Yeah.
And I think I was like, I'm definitely intrigued by it and stuff. And you're like, no, it's gonna be really good. Like you were trying to talk me into like getting hyped for it. I remember that conversation.
I feel like you talked yourself into liking it.
No, because it was an old friend of mine, Bishop. We went to go see it at the AMC in Beverly Hills, and we went to go see it in IMAX.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it was so great. It was good.
That
It's
movie's
a good movie.
terrible.
That's your opinion. It's fine. You can be wrong.
You can be wrong.
You could be totally
Majority
wrong.
of people in the comment section, tell me if you like Alien Covenant. 'cause
That's fine. They can.
I want to have.
They can write stuff in the comment section.
I
want to
see it
but
in
it's
the
fine.
comment section of whether or not.
What
you
if
like
there's one
Alien
person?
Covenant.
What if there's one person that likes Covenant? One more in the comment section.
That's fine. They can
Yeah?
like it too.
Okay, so there you go. So
But I'm
not
just
alone.
saying that movie's garbage.
They're gonna say it to please you.
I'm hoping that people go see that movie so that way you can then come back and go,
What if it's?
why
a good
did
movie?
Bryan
What if
waste
this
my
one-
time?
What if this is a good movie?
That one,
This one.
unless it's going
Alvarez's.
back to a somewhat.
No. I'm
horror
not asking
film.
what your opinions are in terms of the story. I just wanted you to answer the question. What if this is a good movie?
If it's a good movie, it's a
Eat your
good movie.
words. Yeah.
It is what it
Literally
is.
eat your words.
But I
We're
have
gonna
to
go watch it.
But the actual IP itself sucks. It's in the toilet right
You
now.
know what IP sucks? You.
That's like saying a Terminator movie
You
is good.
suck.
It's true.
Right now, a Terminator movie,
Oh no.
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 Every
That
time
was
a
done.
new one comes out, those
it's the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with Alien.
No. You're wrong.
Is Ridley Scott doing it?
No.
Then I don't care.
I think he's producing it. There's also an Alien TV show in the works.
Oh, that's right. They were doing that.
I actually might be interested in that. That would be kind of interesting.
Barbie has been banned in Vietnam.
It's because she's a
Reason?
woman. It's because it's a woman. What? What is?
We just lost our
Do
Vietnam
they,
viewer.
do
No.
they not like
Our
pink?
Vietnam. I like you said one Vietnam.
They're one Vietnamese viewer.
Is it because they don't like the color pink?
Can I get to the point?
Yes.
Sure.
Go ahead.
A scene depicts a map with the 9-dashed line, a representation of China's territorial claims in the South China Sea.
That's petty.
It's petty, but if you think politics, that's why.
Politics are petty.
All right, whatever.
And it's also the same reason why Maverick didn't release in, I don't know if it was
Russia?
Vietnam
Oh, was it Russia
or Taiwan or something. It was one of
Doesn't
those
matter.
countries.
We don't need it.
No.
We don't need the box office there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, they need the box office more in China.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but
It'd be a bigger hit if it wasn't China.
I know. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's got Margot Robbie,
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
I was
Gosling,
gonna say, like, where are you going with this?
like a lot of other people inside of it. And she's blonde in this movie. They're gonna love
Kate
it.
McKinnon. Yeah.
There you
They're gonna
go.
love this movie.
Kate McKinnon. I forgot about
She's
that.
in there,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon's in this movie.
Sam Liu.
Speaking about Barbie,
Simu
the
Liu is in
director
there.
Greta Gerwig, she will be directing 2 movies of Netflix. 2 Chronicle of Narnia movies.
Oh, that's right.
That's an IP that needs to die. Why are we still talking about Chronicles of Narnia?
You
in
know what?
2023?
Because
I-
it's Christian.
It's
That's
you're not wrong.
yeah. Like
You're not. You are. I just didn't think you were gonna be that blatant about it, but yeah. I mean, you're not wrong about it. I mean, you're not.
Yeah. That line is Jesus Christ. Like the wardrobe's
Oh, my
heaven.
God. Jesus.
You know, when I read the Chronicles of Narnia books, I read them all, and it wasn't until I finished them that someone said, like, it's like a complete parallel to Christianity,
Yeah,
right?
it
And I'm
is.
like,
Did you read him in Bible school?
no, no, I think it's banned in most like Christian schools and whatnot.
Why?
Is it?
I think so.
But
thought
they,
would
but they brag
promote
about how
it. I
awesome it
was
is.
gonna say.
Do they? I don't know.
That
I'm
mo-
out of
that,
touch
that
with
entire
Chronicles of
thing is
Narnia.
all like all bragging about how cool Christianity
Look, man,
is.
I read the books. I watched the one movie that's good, and that was it.
You mean the prequel to Harry Potter?
What? Is that what you call it?
No,
That's the
it's
fan
a
theory.
theory that
It's a prequel to Harry Potter.
the siblings are the ones that created the houses for Hogwarts.
That's stupid. Are people that bored that they have to make
Yeah.
stupid things like that?
People love to make connections.
People love making connections.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
right, dude. What? We're keeping up with the nerds, so do we have like a direct connection to the Kardashians or what?
Dude, yes.
Yeah, apparently.
That's what you want?
You know what? I'll take some of that money.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll sell out.
You know, apparently there's a Kardashian brother.
Did
What do you
there
mean?
is?
I think so.
What do you mean, like Kardashian brothers?
Like
So
they-
you know how like
Yeah,
there's
they have a brother.
yeah,
yeah.
his name's Rob.
Yeah, it's Rob
I
He
Kardashian.
was
know
on
that.
with Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but then he left.
I don't
Yeah.
watch that. I just
Oh.
kind of. I
You
only
just
knew
watch.
that-
You only watch The Bachelorette,
No,
and that's
I
it.
yeah, dude.
He
Bachelorette
dated
and
some
Bachelor.
famous girl for like a little
Yeah.
bit.
Dude, why do I don't listen. We got lucky when the Kardashians got rid of Keeping Up with,
Mhm.
so we took it.
Yeah.
Listen, all I know is that apparently, because I saw this on Kotaku, apparently they don't understand how to order In-N-Out, and they gave like $300
How do you
to go
not-
buy internet.
what
She
internet?
internet. Yeah. So apparently Chris has never bought In-N-Out before, so she didn't know how much it was. So she just handed Chloe like $300. She went, go buy In-N-Out. And then like she took the
Bro, I wanna be
$300.
Stupid rich.
Yeah, and she just gave her $300 and went,
Imagine
go buy
being
In-N-Out.
Stupid rich.
You know what's funny? I see like I'll be on Snapchat and they like to promote like all these like high influencers.
Yeah.
And then I'll just see like, you know, like I guess like friends of David Dobrik, what's her name, is Karina.
Mhm.
Okay.
And she's like lives this high luxury lifestyle. Like she's like in Paris and then she'll go to like Italy and she's like in these like 5-star hotels. I'm like, what the heck? Like,
No.
do you have to like you don't have to worry about a thing.
So here's
Basically.
the stuff that gets me. So you know how like the market right now for like a lot of influencers is the gaming market,
Yeah.
like those esports people
Mhm.
and stuff.
Mhm.
So apparently there was this controversy a couple months ago that I think it was FaZe
Mhm.
that like had brought in
FaZe Clan?
FaZe Clan. They
Mhm.
brought in this like influencer group or whatever that were big into esports and whatnot. They were like multi-millionaires essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their money ran out, and so they started I think the story was they started blaming FaZe for not keeping up with contracts or something like that, but it
Mhm.
turns out that they weren't producing the content that they should have had, so FaZe like
Mm.
dropped them. These people were basically spending stupid money on like Uber Eats. Like that's all they ate was just like they ordered stuff off of Uber Eats and
Mhm.
Grubhub because they didn't go out or they didn't do anything. They basically partied in their own home. And that was it.
What the
And I'm
heck?
like, how do
That's how
these
you-
orgs?
That's how you blow $2 million.
Yeah, and I'm
guess
like, how do these
so.
orgs just drop like
What are you,
stupid
like,
money on these people?
eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Yard House or
Yeah,
what?
and
Like,
here's the thing-
Basically, yeah, they're spending like
and- but this is what I'm
$200-$300.
thinking about
Yeah.
is that like when we think about it, if like someone dropped $1 million on our brand, right?
Yeah.
On keeping up with the nerds, like
that's going
you
to
and
like
I,
equipment. That's
you and I
going into-
automatically,
yeah.
all three of us have thought about like what we would buy,
Yeah.
what we would need to do, and the kind of content that we would want to drop. Like
Yeah.
we're thinking production.
Yeah.
So why is it that these orgs are dropping? And I mean, fine, whatever. To each their own. We're not gonna,
Well,
you know,
is it?
but still,
Were they younger than?
they were
FaZe
like in their
Clan?
early 20s.
That's why.
Is it a generational thing?
I
then?
don't know. I mean,
That's
it could
why.
be why that they're early 20s, but it's like,
Well, I see. That's the thing. Like, I'll see kids. Like, have you ever seen like this like 17-year-old kid that he goes up to people and be like, "Hey, do you follow me on Facebook or do you subscribe to me?" They go, "Yeah, okay, I'll buy you anything in the store." I'm like, he's 17 years old. How is he
I
buying
mean,
all
Mr.
this
Beast
stuff?
does the same thing. He's in his
Yeah.
early like 20s.
Well,
Mhm.
because well, I mean, a lot of he's not in his early 20s. He's in his late 20s. He's almost
Mr.
30.
Beast.
He's not our age.
He's
He's like
in-
27, 20. No, he's like in his early.
He's in his late
mid-20s.
20s. No, he's in his like mid to late 20s.
Want to bet? I don't want
I'm
to.
telling you, I think he's like 27, 28.
Oh, there's something called Google.
Anyway,
Google, tell me.
He is 25.
Mid-20s, baby.
Dang.
Suck it.
He's only 25. He looks okay.
in all
For
fairness, he looks 26.
he looks older.
But also that could just be the stress of making.
I was
Apparently-
gonna say,
apparently
yeah.
he lost a lot of weight recently.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he like got all. Was like
But anyway,
he saw himself getting chunky.
Because
Got
Yeah.
fat photos of himself. He's like,
well, no,
"Oh."
because he actually he talked because I know Mr. Beast was talking about it on a podcast where he said if you give me $10,000 because he had gotten sponsored by a company to do a video and then they go if we give you $5,000 what kind of video can you make us, and then he goes if you give me $10,000 I can guarantee it'll go viral, the video I make.
Yeah.
And then he got all $10,000 and then he gave it away to somebody. And then immediately it got like, I think it was like 10 million views.
Yeah.
And he was able to get all that money back. And every single time he gets equity from his videos, he just dumps it back in.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what
he said that before.
So
and-
a lot of YouTubers have caught on to that. You know, David Dobrik was notorious for doing that as well too. He always gave away a car, but he got sponsored by SeatGeek to
Yeah.
always put out he'd be like, if they give me a large sum of money, I could put that into a video of me giving away a car to my friend, and then the views from that he makes the money back, like,
Right.
2 times fold.
But here's the thing about that, right? Is that when you think about how did we even get to this conversation? I'm looking at my notes. It's like there's no way we should have gotten into this.
You're
before.
No,
welcome.
it was. Oh, wait, that's true.
Yeah. Well, let's
We
finish this.
snowballed. Yeah, let's just finish this
Thanks,
thought.
Nick.
Yeah.
You tangented, dude. You tangented it. It was you, dude. It was you.
Sure.
Just to kind of wrap up the conversation, there was something that Mr. Beast said in one of those podcasts. Like I've said this before in previous issues, where I think his content is entertaining, but it's not anything special. Like if I wanted to see something that was like pretty cool that was viral, I'd be watching that engineer from NASA, Mark Rober.
Oh, Mark, what? Yeah,
his videos are pretty
Great
cool.
video, but
I
there's
subscribe to him.
it's
He's cool.
it's thought provoking.
It is.
Mr. Beast is very much like, I bought this island for $10 million and I'm gonna make all these people fight it out in a grand royale or whatever. It's like, dude,
I made the Hunger Games.
for
Basically.
real.
I made the real Hunger Games.
We are gonna do Squid Games.
And
You know,
it's like whatever, you
but
know.
but I would compare
hang on,
him.
let me get to this.
I would compare his.
Let me get to the point. I wasn't done with the
You
conversation.
have no point.
I was gonna say that he has admitted that there's a lot of videos where he dumps millions of dollars into and they don't get published. So it's not like you can dump a car in every video and make it viral. He dumps millions of dollars in content and some of it he doesn't get back. And he's admitted that. In
Yeah.
your case with David Dobrik, he never admits that. He has those videos, but how much money do these people spend? That's why if you do get that stupid money, $10,000 or so on, especially with like the kind of stuff that we're producing, we got to think about it. We can't just dump 10,000 and expect to get it back. We might never, you know?
Oh, we were talking about FaZe Clan.
That's it.
That's what it was.
That's
Yeah.
on you.
Because it just when he said when we got money, I was like, oh yeah. Then we circled back to.
Oh,
FaZe,
you know
yeah.
what it was?
That was
What?
you.
We went from Chronicles of Narnia.
Ah! 'Cause it's the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
Chronicles of
Wow.
Narnia. Chronicles of Narnia to Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
To There's a
that's
Brother
right.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
To Someone Married This Person.
Yeah.
It was a huge snowball, dude. I should
Yeah.
make. I should be a reel just to see how long it took.
Yeah, that should
to
be a
snowball.
real. Just cut into it.
Oh my God! See, we snowballed hard on that
Yeah.
one. Going back to comic strips, James
Well, it goes
Gunn.
full circle because Christianity.
Yeah. Did you want to finish your point? You
He didn't
forgot.
have a point, did he?
You forgot, didn't you?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
James Gunn says that Superman Legacy will not touch on the origin of Superman.
Good.
He says we've seen it enough.
Good.
Yeah. You know
We
what?
only
Give
see Krypton blow up so many times, and then
We can
Papa
only
Kent
see
having a heart
Peter
attack.
Parker's, Uncle Ben die.
You know what? I really do want to see a movie where Pa Kent's not dead.
Yeah, no, there's been stories where both of his parents are alive.
I think that would be an interesting story of Pa Kent not dying and halfway through the movie.
I kind of want to see him
Giving
more.
him someone to talk to.
I kind of want to see him more in Smallville. Clark.
Huh?
I want to see Clark more involved in Smallville than.
I think that would be kind of cool, but I do want to see maybe a year 3, year 4.
So that's
He's been doing it for a hot minute, but he's still learning.
We haven't touched on to this. He already casted.
He did.
Yeah,
Which
Superman and Lois.
we'll start with Lois Lane.
Okay.
She is the actress that plays Midge in the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yes.
I always get that name wrong.
Look at
Rachel
them.
Bronsnan.
Bronson.
She's Lois Lane, and David Corbin Sweat
Yeah.
is Superman. They look
Great.
Rachel, the way that she portrayed Midge in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is just the type of persona I would like to see Lois Lane portray. Very energetic, very peppy, confident.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. Not the full-on damsel in distress. And granted, Amy Adams kind of did that okay.
Yeah,
But I don't think she was like my favorite Lois Lane.
But the thing is that I feel like James Gunn can write women better than.
I mean, look at what he did
Then
with
Snyder.
Nebula, Gamora.
Like I feel like
Harley
she's gonna
Quinn.
be a more.
Harley Quinn.
I feel like she's gonna be a more rounded Lois.
Yeah.
Where
You know what? Yeah.
she's gonna be a reporter. She's gonna probably have some kind of witty
Lois,
attitude.
Not the damsel in distress Lois Lane, the reporter Lois Lane.
What I want to
Yeah.
see is I really do want to see just one scene of Corn Sweat just like sitting on top of a building, and then having what was it, Jimmy Olsen going like, "Aren't you gonna save Lois?" And he's like, "From who?" And then him watching Lois Lane just beat people up. Like her protecting herself, like pepper spraying somebody and then punching him in the nuts or something like that. I just think that would be so interesting.
She can do it.
Of going like, oh yeah, like just Superman just sitting there watching, just going like, I thought I'm gonna have to probably save them from her.
And hopefully we get a Jimmy Olsen too.
I really want to see. I want to see Superman have a best friend
Yeah.
named Jimmy Olsen. That sounds dope.
Corn Sweat. What have I seen him in? Has he done anything?
Yeah,
First of all, his last name's Corn Sweat too. So, like, what the heck? Like,
you know what? But you know what? Give him he already has the curl naturally.
He does.
Yeah.
And the first
His hair
thing I
looks
thought of-
amazing.
the first thing I thought of, I mean, Henry Cavill, great Clark Kent and great Superman.
So
Yeah.
someone made a good analogy. It was like it looks like James Gunn tried to cast a Henry Cavill type, but found like his
younger.
little brother.
Yeah.
In which I like, because if
Yeah.
we get a young Clark Kent, but we don't get the origin story, there's a lot to play with.
Yes.
There's a lot. So I like the casting. I like the news.
So he's mostly a TV actor. That's why.
Gotcha.
So that's why this is his first major movie role.
You know what? In Gunn we trust, because so far he hasn't failed us with
Well,
anything.
people don't understand too. There's a reason why he's going younger. He's going more smaller actors. Is because he could, if he
Mold
casts
them.
someone old, they only can do it for so long.
Well, not only that, but also if I get a TV actor who's been doing it, who's been acting for let's say 5 years,
Yeah.
I can mold them. I can kind of turn them into
Their
someone I
schedule is
really
pretty
want.
open.
How
Yeah,
about
yeah, my schedule's pretty open.
small TV actor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Lower budget,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they can cross over into TV episodes if he chooses to expand
True.
it there.
Which
And
is he
that
wants to
was his
connect
plan.
everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And did you see who they want for Lex?
No.
Oh yeah.
Skarsgård brothers.
Both of them, the older brother and the youngest brother.
They're both up for it. Which honestly, I can see either one of them doing it.
I
Skarsgård would do a really awesome job.
I'm leaning towards Bill. I want Bill to do it.
Bill from-
Pennywise.
Pennywise.
The guy who played Pennywise.
The guy that played Pennywise.
He was inside of John Wick 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, but
Can you picture him bald though?
I
I
do want Jesse Eisenberg back, but as the
Why?
Riddler.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I
Sure.
see. I think Jesse Eisenberg as the Riddler would be sick.
You're making some good
And
points
then
today.
Jensen Ackles is Batman.
Yeah.
I want Jensen Ackles Batman.
I want
I
to
think he's
grow.
in the running.
I think he is.
Boy. Yeah.
So far, he has been. Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently he's at a top of a couple
And he's
of
still
lists.
for how old he is. He's not that old, but for
He's-
how old
He's in
he
his
is,
30s. He's in his like
late 30s or early 40s right now, but he looks good.
He still looks young.
Yeah.
He looks
And
pretty
he's
fit,
fit
too. Yeah.
He's fit.
So hey, man.
I loved. What was it his interview when he was doing Soldier Boy? And apparently he did like this like intense workout where he
Oh,
just
yeah,
got
he was-
super
yeah.
buff.
He's on
And
a
then
diet.
and he got on
set.
set and Anthony Starr's like, dude, you look great, but why didn't you just tell them to put muscles in the suit? He goes, I could have done that.
He goes,
goes,
that's what
"Yeah,
I do.
that's
He's
what I
not-
do."
yeah.
He goes, you think I naturally look like this?
Mhm.
He goes, to the suit. He goes, dang it.
Speaking about casting,
Mhm.
Evan Peters is now casted for a role in Jared Leto's Tron.
Oh, that's right.
I thought that movie died.
There's still
I
a
tried-
Jared Leto's Tron?
Yeah, so when they
Wait,
announced
so when you say Jared Leto's Tron,
he's producing it.
oh,
I
okay.
think.
Oh, okay.
So here's my
So
I
he's
think
just
he's going to
throwing
be
money.
in it too.
Is it a continuation
yeah.
of Tron Legacy?
I
no,
think
it's-
so.
So what it from what I've heard,
Or is it a remake?
It's set farther into the years of Tron after Legacy. No one from the original cast from Legacy is coming back. I haven't even heard if Jeff Bridges.
So
is
then
even
what?
interested in
Because
doing it.
Tron Legacy worked because it had good casting.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they brought in composers that actually cared about like the story.
Yeah,
Daft Punk, bro. One of them died in an explosion, so we can't get them back. You see that
Who?
retirement video?
No.
It's Daft Punk. I forget, one of them like walks ahead, and the other one stays behind. Then he goes back, flips a switch, and he blows up.
Mm.
And that was it. And it was
pretty
like
sick.
retirement. And I'm like, bruh, what happened, dude?
They've been off and on retired for a while. now.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
I have it in my heart. I want to tour. I'll sell my kidney for that ticket just to go see him live.
You'll sell a kidney to see Daft Punk?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Daft Punk's one of my favorite artists.
Daft Punk
I
is really
love
good.
Daft Punk,
Yeah,
dude.
they're really good.
God, I love Daft Punk so much. Bring him back. I'm not watching this Tron movie if Daft Punk's not back.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
no, I'll watch it, but I'll just be sad.
I'm not gonna watch it. but
Yeah,
I'll
I'll watch it.
God,
I like how
man.
you
Well,
went
because I'm
back
so
on yourself.
disappointed, dude. It's because I said that when they announced this, I thought it was fake. So I like put it in my mind that this wasn't real news.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really surprised that Jared Leto still like has influence in Hollywood,
in
I
Disney.
know.
in Disney as
Disney.
well, because just of the allegations that have already been on him,
Mhm.
and also his movies haven't been selling.
No,
No, that's the thing.
Morbius.
I would be afraid if I was doing a movie that attached with Jared Leto. I'd be like,
how does he?
What?
How does he? What does he call
Maybe
his
they think-
acting?
Maybe they think of it as it's he's only producing, so he's not. Maybe he's not like touching a whole lot.
But what if he
not.
wants to put
He's
himself in
just
the movie?
fighting.
What does he do when he says he wants to get into the zone of his acting?
He's a method cat.
He's a method actor. So how do you
I
add method
need to
actor?
get into Tron.
Dude,
He just puts his head through an arcade machine. That's just digital. What if he transcends and digitizes his mind, and that's his method acting?
you see him. He's the block dude from the first one.
Dude.
He's like, he's the spinning top.
Bury me, bury me.
You know for a fact that he's gonna get 30 Seconds to Mars to do the soundtrack.
You know
Why
what?
wouldn't he?
Nah,
Why
that's-
wouldn't he?
That's not bad.
No, old 30 Seconds to Mars was good.
Yes.
But why wouldn't he?
That's
I'm produ-
true. But
if
why
I'm
do you have to be-
producing, why
do you
wouldn't I
have to
put my own
that out in
band?
the world? Why do you have to say stupid things?
Because I can put dots together.
Yeah, I know you can. Sometimes those dots you should never connect.
I'm telling you right now, watch, you're gonna be like Tron soundtrack
Look, dude,
by
I
30
will
Seconds to
literally-
Mars.
Tron.
I will hate myself so much if the
As you-
soundtrack for this movie is goat.
As you vigorously satisfy yourself to the
the
Tron.
the Tron Legacy soundtrack that Daft Punk made.
No, that one's really good.
masterclass.
No,
If
it's really
this
good.
is anything better,
I'm just looking
I'd be
outside
so
the
disappointed.
That's actually a really good soundtrack to drive to. It's a sick soundtrack to drive
Is it?
to. Yeah, that's really good.
I'm gonna go check something outside, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Idris Elba.
What are you gonna check?
I'm gonna go check something real quick. But Idris Elba, have you guys been hearing the news that he was kind of like in the running for 007?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He's too old.
He's like no.
You know why?
Because it became a race thing.
I'll leave you guys with that if you guys want to discuss it.
Yeah, it's 007.
Yeah, but you know that 007, there's this whole thing that they were saying like, oh, it's supposed to be a white male that's supposed to play
Yeah.
this. And it came from the author himself or herself.
Himself.
Yeah, as a dude.
Yeah. But they were saying that because he's white, Idris Elba couldn't play him or something like that. His name wasn't like outright stated.
He was interested in it for years. Go ahead. He was interested in it for years. I remember. And
He
then-
loves 007.
Yeah, it's part of his culture. He grew up watching 007 movies. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's
That's the thing. And
it's hard.
when he tried to put his name in the hat, I guess everyone obviously was looking at the stupid reason for it, and it's like, oh no, because he's African American, he can't be 007, and it's just, and then it became the being where people with the louder voices were like, oh, this is ridiculous. James Bond, he's always been a white person and stuff like that. You shouldn't just change roles for him and stuff. It's a character that's always been the
You
way
can
that it
change with the
has.
times, especially when James Bond's story has changed so much.
I've dipped my toe into the James Bond fandom
Yeah.
with my brother, and there's some diehards that are like really hardcore on like this can't change, and this can't change.
Mhm.
And I think 007, it's not a role that you can really like fudge like that. It's kind of like when you were to go into it and there is like an actual like description of the character. I think if it was very blatant, he's always been drawn white, but nobody's really talked about it. It's just been like a thing. I think that's fine. But he has been, this is what it is. It's kind of like going like, why can't Clark?
Fine.
It's
No,
kind of
no.
like, why can't Clark Kent be
I mean,
African American?
That's
I've
fine.
always treated 007 as like a moniker. It's like.
But it's not though.
No.
But
It's not.
here's the problem. It's not.
Mm.
He's right. But there have been changes in movies where we look at something, right? MJ in the new Spider-Man movie. Zendaya is nowhere near what the description of Mary Jane, right? Should
Well, that's
be.
a whole nother thing.
That's a
too.
whole other
But
thing. Here's the thing.
But that wasn't straightforward.
That was-
MJ.
No, it wasn't. It was something different, right? But she was the representation of MJ. What I'm saying is that if there's if James Bond 007 is not a moniker, he's described to be this specific way, and diehards want to see it this way. If you're going to replace him with a different actor, in this case, someone who's black, the only way it'll work is if that actor blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
And I think that Idris Elba was that person.
But he's too old, dude. His time has passed as 007.
We-
His time has passed. He's already in his late 40s. How many? If I'm going to sign you up for a 007 movie, I need for at least 10 to 15 years. Look at
That's
Craig.
fair.
Look
That's
at Craig. Craig is already. He was 007 for almost 12
if
years.
that would have been the defense to
And-
not cast him, that would have been fine. But if the
He's too
complaints
old.
the complaints were not about his age. They were complaints about his race. And that's the problem I have with it. Is that if
But
your
where-
complaints
but-
are about the race,
But
right?
were the complaints from the race coming from the studios, or was it coming from?
The fans.
Okay, but that's 100% different though, because honestly, Idris Elba has even said, I don't want to play Bond.
No, and who's
I don't want to play Bond anymore
What's
because it already passed.
who's the last Bond? Why can't I remember his name?
Daniel Craig.
Okay. He even said that being Bond was very difficult on his career.
It was
because he was typecast, or he was casted contractually, like obligated to be Bond for years.
according to, so you have to be open because they make Bond films every 4 to 6 years. Not only that, but also in movies, I cannot wear a tuxedo. I can only wear tuxedos in a Bond film. That's why actually in a couple of movies that Pierce Brosnan is in, where he's supposed to wear a tuxedo, you'll notice that his tie isn't tied.
Oh, that's right. Like in
It's
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Like
he
in
was
Mrs.
wearing, like, a
Doubtfire, no,
blazer.
well he wasn't Bond yet
Oh, okay.
in Mrs. Doubtfire, but there's a couple others where you'll see Brosnan and his tie isn't tied. It's like it's undone, and that's how he is in the movie inside of his tuxedo. Not only that, but also you have to stay a specific fitness to be 007. There's just a lot to it, and you have to be ready to kind of like do this action extensive movie.
Yeah.
And honestly, don't get me wrong, Idris Elba is an amazing actor.
Can you look up Idris Elba's age and Henry Cavill's age, please?
I know Henry Cavill is way younger.
He could be younger, but
I
the difference is
think Henry Cavill's in his
no.
early 40s.
The only reason why is because I know people use that as an excuse that if they're close to the same age,
He's 40.
40,
He's 40.
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
And how old's Idris Elba? If he's 50, the age thing still sticks. Regardless of it, I'll say this. I'll defend you on this one. The age is still a factor in it because Henry Cavill has played very physical
He's
roles.
50.
Yeah.
He'd be 60 by the time he would be finished.
which is fine. That's fine. That's the age. The age idea works. But the idea right now has not been his age. The studio should have come out, or he should have at least said, "Hey, you know what? I can't contractually obligate myself to a 007 role for the next 12 to 15 years." If you would have said that, great. But
Also,
right now, his issue.
Idris doesn't want to do any of those kinds of movies after Thor.
No, yeah, that's fine.
He said he hated being contractually
But that's fine.
stuck to a
But
movie.
right now, the issue is the race thing. And that's
I-
my argument. It's that he would have done a great job regardless of whatever is being portrayed here. To me, he's a phenomenal actor. He would have done a good job if they would have casted him 10 years ago.
He was on a short list with Craig.
Yeah, he was.
I know, and so was Cavill.
Uh-huh.
Cavill was also on a short list. So they're kind of, I feel like they're going back to that list and going who's still interested,
Yeah.
but also who aged out of it. Because as of right now, Idris Elba, he's not there. Also, I know that it's getting publicity, but I will say it is a small portion of the Bond community.
Yeah.
That's going on about Idris Elba's race, because honestly, he's really not even in the contending.
No.
Yes, people want him to be, because if anybody who's seen Luther would go, dang, that guy would kill it as Bond. But I honestly don't even think he's in the contending anymore.
Nah. I mean, we'll leave it at that, but it is
Yeah.
okay, dude.
I get it, dude.
Felt
Relax.
passionate. He felt very
So
passionate about
passionate.
your comment. No, but we'll leave it there. And I mean, Idris Elba's a great actor. It's just, I think that you are right. It is a small portion of it, but we got to remember that sometimes it's the small communities that are the loudest because they want to be heard. So we'll leave it there. Before we move on to our main topic, 2 more pieces of notes. Discussing Phil's estimates the July movie box office numbers for its opening weekend for a couple movies.
Okay.
So we'll move on to Indiana Jones because you do have the box office numbers for that. That's going to be your main topic for this week. But
It
the
was number
estimates
1.
for July, the movies that are going to be coming out.
Yes.
Oppenheimer. How much do you think is the estimate? Rapid fire.
$1 million.
Million.
You said rapid fire.
Honestly, I feel like it's gonna hit 60 mil.
40 million. That's what they estimate. Barbie. $1 million.
$2 million.
$2 million. $2 million, Bob.
Barbie? I'll go with. I'll stick with my 60.
80 to 100 million.
Wow.
Yeah, twice the estimate is.
I
what they're
told you,
estimating.
dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know for a fact Barbie's gonna it's gonna outpace.
Like, okay, so really quick, I was telling you this. I think I was, or I wasn't too sure. I was looking up tickets for Barbie today, and already like around Pointy Hills, Fullerton.
Full?
Those around like 8 o'clock. Those theaters are so packed.
Yeah, they're done.
They're packed.
The early screening for Tuesday,
Oh,
you showed me, even the front seats are filled.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then what was it? Even the Barbie party,
Oh, yeah, the early access Barbie party.
early access Barbie party.
Supposed to be
guys.
like today or something.
All
like
Dude,
that.
guys.
it's supposed to be tonight, and that thing was packed.
Mhm.
Even the only seats that were available were the wheelchair accessible seats.
Yeah.
And those are just spaces to put a wheelchair.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Barbie's gonna kill it. Mission Impossible, $3
Mhm.
million, Bob. Is that what you're saying?
2.5.
Mission Impossible. I would say it's probably, how long is that movie?
2.5 hours,
It's 2.5.
Oh, I say maybe like.
I'm gonna say 80 million.
90 million,
No, I was just gonna say 100 million actually.
Yeah.
100 million. Yeah. So Barbie and Mission Impossible doubling up on Oppenheimer's numbers.
Mhm.
Insidious, The Red Door,
50 million.
Yeah.
20 to 29 million.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion,
Ooh, when's that come out though? Like, what's the
end of
date?
July.
End of July.
Mhm.
It's after the hype. It's after the Barbie rush.
Yeah, it's gonna make a possibly. I want to say like 80 million.
I'll say 60, 70.
25 to 30.
Really?
Really?
That's the estimate. I think because there's not so much advertisement around it that people are just kind of.
You know what? And
That's
I
true.
have noticed that
It's
Haunted
all the
Mansion's not
advertisements
getting a
on
lot.
like YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not in TikTok too. Yeah.
So it's one of those movies, and I don't understand why Disney does this, where it like works really hard on a movie that
Yeah.
could potentially do really well,
and
and
they
then
don't market it.
releases it. They don't market it, and then they
No.
like blame it on the audience, and it's like, no, you're releasing a movie, a remake of a beloved movie,
Yeah.
not like super beloved, but like it's
A
good.
beloved ride.
Yeah, a beloved ride.
Yeah.
Right. I like the movie. But
You do
you're
like the Charlie? I mean the
Eddie Murphy?
one.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Honestly, what I would love to see,
okay. You're wrong.
No.
you know, like seeing Raven Simone and Eddie Murphy inside of it. Racist.
You're the one over here like saying that James Bond is supposed to be written a certain way.
That's not the reason
That's
why.
what you know,
That's not what
whatever,
I'm
right?
saying.
First of
But-
all, that movie has Rosario Dawson, and it has the guy from Atlantis in there as well
Atlanta?
too, and it has what's her? No, wait, no, she's actually canceled. What's her name?
Who?
The gypsy girl. What's her name? The fortune teller. What's her name?
Jennifer Tilly?
No, that's no the one that's her name's like Tritish or Haddison or something. Her last name's Haddison or something.
Haddock?
Yeah, Haddish. What's her
Yeah,
name?
yeah,
What's her
yeah.
first name? She's getting canceled.
For
For
what?
what?
Oh, you didn't know? She has a YouTube video that apparently that she did that has like apparently like a topless child in the video in the comedy bit and stuff like that.
Dude,
And then-
all these YouTubers getting canceled.
yeah.
Colleen Ballinger.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think it's because
oh my
everybody.
God, did you see the apology
Freaking
video for
shotgun
that?
yourself, dude.
Wait,
that was
what?
Colleen Ballinger.
The one that does Miranda Sings on YouTube, and she's like,
She
"Hi."
died, dude.
Yeah,
She like got canceled and then she got
stuff's
recanceled.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's all just old stuff. It's like Shane
Yeah.
Dawson all over again, where it's basically old stuff came up again, and then this new day and age of just like loving to cancel everyone, just cancel. But
Yeah, so she was
just
canceled
loving
for
good
her stuff.
reasons.
Yeah.
Though.
And then she came out with an apology video and then they recanceled her. They brought her back to cancel her again.
Well, her apology video was all just a song. That's the thing.
It's such a
It was
great
a song.
thing.
I was like, "What? Are you trying to get up there? Like of like worst apology videos of all time?"
We're next, dude.
It's amazing.
We're next because
It's good
of
to be
you.
Make your bets.
Oh my God! Place your bets. Who's doing
Place your
stupid
bets.
things first, dude? But yeah, those are the estimates. So
I would love to see in the Haunted Mansion movie if like they were opening up doors and you do see Eddie Murphy's movie.
that'd be pretty cool. That's the thing, though, is that Disney does not know how to market it,
That's the
especially
thing.
with a big blockbuster month like this.
Yeah, the
With
summer is
Mission
where they
Impossible.
make their
I'm,
money.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd push that movie to August.
There's nothing in August.
Haunted
I don't
Mansion.
think.
Haunted Mansion. I think I would move to August.
Yeah.
I
just
mean,
because.
you can't-
Be on the safe side.
And plus, you can't move that to October because you have Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not going to compete.
Yeah, it's fireworks. It's 4th of July.
That's
No, we're talking about Haunted Mansion, so it's a ghost.
Wow.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. Boo!
Ah. Let's talk about Dial of Destiny. So, last bit of news here, Harrison Ford, that reports that Steven Spielberg was hugely involved in every aspect of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Harrison Ford? Or
Harrison Ford said that. In an interview with EW, he states, "Thanks for putting up with me. I hope you've had a great time. I sure have."
First of all, I don't believe what Harrison Ford says because he said in an interview for Captain America 4, "Who's the Red Hulk?" I'm like, Dude, you know exactly what you did on that scene.
Do you know what was it? Anthony Mackie just came out and he goes, "Yeah, man, I came out and I see Harrison Ford there and I got really nervous and I forgot my lines." And then Harrison Ford just goes, "Let's film this, S." And then he goes, "Yeah, man, let's film it. Like, let's just do this."
Hey, you're in a Marvel movie.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. These kids are gonna see it anyways.
Listen, kid.
The EW article they wrote about him is interesting because he talks about people describing him as a legend. He's just like, dude, I'm just like any other actor.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I do get it though, because Harrison Ford, a lot of these younger actors grew up on him.
Yeah.
Like those are the people that, like, if somebody were to go, I got into
Would you
acting.
want to meet Harrison Ford?
I would love to meet Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I'm on that boat with you, Renee. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to meet Harrison Ford in real life.
Because
Same
I've
thing
heard
why I
he's an
wouldn't want-
asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And I want to keep the fact that he's played so many great characters. I want to remember.
But some
him
of
as
them
a-
are assholes.
Yeah, they're all assholes.
Yeah.
All his characters.
I would have been like,
Blade Runner.
I would have been like, that's
Indiana
my president.
Jones.
Yeah,
That is
like-
my president.
Like,
That is
like-
my president
like
right there.
there are
Star Wars.
like
Yeah.
there are actors that I love that I wouldn't want to meet in real life. Bruce Willis is one of them because he wouldn't remember me.
Leo?
now. But
Would you want to see Leo?
No, Leo DiCaprio? No, probably not.
Come on,
I
man.
feel like he wouldn't appreciate being like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan," you know.
Dude,
I've probably heard it enough.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know how cool that would be. And Leo was like, "Oh man, you want to come on my boat? You want to come on my ship?"
Look,
No, it'd just be like, "Hey,
Look,
all,
I love
all the girls on my
Harrison
boat is
Ford.
like 20,
I
and
love.
that's their age combined.
Stop. Strike one on you being canceled.
Mhm.
That's not on me. That's Leo.
That's Leo.
That's Leo. That's not.
Sick.
By association.
Listen, he's the one that's got Google alerts on when like models that hit
How do you know
19.
about Google alerts,
As soon as they
How does
turn
he-
18.
bro? Dude, come on.
Does he know about Google alerts?
Jesus
Everybody knows about Google
Christ,
alerts.
man.
Do you not set Google alerts?
For what?
Just in general.
No.
I put your name in Google alerts.
Stop. I love Harrison Ford, but no, I don't want the image of.
Bryan, get better.
To be right.
What's going on?
That way, as soon as I see it, I can put it.
So we're going to be talking about the reviews of Dial of Destiny in this segment of the show.
We didn't even go over the
But
box
before
office
we,
numbers.
I'm freaking transitioning into the part of the show, Nick. If you stop, if you listen, thank you.
Okay.
What are the box office numbers for this week?
They're there.
I don't know why I knew you were going to do that too. I knew you were going to do that, but I was like, I don't think he's not me. He's not me.
You're just hitting bangers today, aren't you, dude?
Right?
It's Christian.
He chose violence.
Christianity. It's there. The book's there. Learn it, live it, love it.
Show it to the audience. Here.
All right. So number one, obviously, being Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Bam. How much?
Total gross is $60 million.
Still a disappointing child.
Number two is Elemental by Walt Disney. That total gross $89 million.
Made 12,
Also a disappointing child,
made
so
12 million.
12 million. Yeah,
this weekend.
this week.
but a total of 89.
Mm-hmm. I was skipping this one. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, obviously, for number three, made total of $12 million.
Still?
Yeah, with the total gross of $340 million.
Hey, you think we're gonna get a third one?
Yes.
I know it's still.
Yes.
I think it's still
have
up
the
in the
book
air.
in front of
Still
me.
needs to make a couple
The
hundred
art.
million.
Yeah.
Actually, you
I
know
think
what?
it's still up in the air.
I wanted to talk about it earlier,
Yeah.
but we have so much to talk
Yeah, we
about.
got so-
We'll talk about it next week, but there's a lot of controversy about this movie. Have you heard
Why?
about it? That the artists have been leaving, or the artists were leaving.
Oh,
That-
that it got
this movie?
delayed.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
getting delayed. Yeah,
We'll wait until the stuff, but
we should get more information about it next
look,
week.
Look at the beautiful art. Look at it.
So number four is No Hard Feelings, and that made $7 million or close to $8 million.
Yeah.
Total gross is basically $30 million, which is not bad for a rated R comedy.
A rated R comedy? That's
Rom-com.
actually not bad.
Surpassed
Yeah.
the
That's
50,
not bad.
so I think
Mhm.
I think it added more to it.
Yeah, it probably did.
Number five being Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Wop, wop, wop,
that
wop.
made $7 million with a total gross of $136 million.
It still didn't make
Good
close
for
to that budget though.
No, but it's probably made.
I wonder
The
what.
most
I wonder how
in the
much
past.
Bumblebee is made. Bumblebee made.
I'll look that up.
That's the
later.
fifth one, right?
That's the fifth one.
We'll leave it there.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I did want to. I just wanted to mention
Flash.
Flash.
Where? Where's the Flash, dude?
Right
The,
here.
the
number
Flash
8.
is number
Blink of an eye,
8.
you miss it. Where?
Flash is number 8. It's still
Really?
It made $5 million, but it made a total of
still has not passed $100 million.
$100 million. But it's $99 million.
It got pulled from theaters already.
Mhm.
And Asteroid City got 18.
Did you see Asteroid City?
No, I haven't yet. We had
So-
to cancel our tickets because,
okay.
yeah.
This is the
busy that
and
week.
you're the reason
what?
why
I
they
figured
haven't
you-
passed 20 million. You're the reason.
All right, you know what? I'll go see it soon. Even if it's by myself.
Yeah, Brian's gonna give it $1 million.
And then and then
Wes Anderson!
and then Guardians wrapping up the
Oh, yeah.
final 10.
Making $2 million.
What beat
with a
Flash?
total of what beat Flash? Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid and everything we already listed.
Bruh.
And Teenage Kraken.
Teenage Kraken beat Flash.
Yeah,
Man.
dude.
Damn.
It only made this is only it opened this weekend, so it only made $5 million. The total of $5 million.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
It made
It's not
$5
gonna
million
make any
for
more.
a grand total of
$5
Million
million. All right.
So, talking about Indiana Jones. Let's,
Indeed.
if you have not seen this movie yet, pause the show, come back.
Go
We'll be
see
talking
it.
about it for the next 30 minutes.
$5 night.
I actually like this one because it says per
No,
theater.
that's not what you said.
No. I'm
That's
talking
not
about
what you
I'm
said.
talking about the graph.
Oh, okay.
It says per theater how much each theater is
Cool.
actually producing.
What did you think about this movie?
I enjoyed it.
Cool. What did you think about this movie? Your opinion matters the most. Because you are, no, you. Two mics.
Yeah.
No, the reason why is because when we came out of the theater, Nick and I are the big
You guys
Indiana
are
Jones
indie
heads.
fans,
Yeah, my dad raised me on Indiana Jones. He had the collector's edition of the VHS box set.
Yeah.
You grew up because you just loved Indiana Jones,
I found the box set
and you're just like, oh,
and I watched it and then I went, oh,
I can do that.
this is
And he
amazing.
picked up a belt and he started trying
I'm
to
not-
use it as a whip, but
I'm-
smacked himself in the face. And
I'm
that's
not
why
gonna
he's
lie.
scarred.
I'm not gonna lie. I did used to do that when I was a kid.
Dude.
I really did. I don't think I'm not sure who was an indie fan and didn't do it. So Rene didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm not I'm not an indie fan is because my dad never liked it or cared for it.
Mhm.
So I never watched it as a kid. Obviously, I watched Star Wars because my dad loves Star Wars. But I remember, I think I didn't see Indiana Jones until maybe I was already 12 years old, and I lived next to a video store. And I always heard about it, and I was like, I didn't know of the music.
Right.
And I think what turned me off was that he would use a whip. And I'm like, why is this guy using a whip? But
Why?
like,
It's the weakest of all
yeah,
choices,
and
bro.
I'm like, dude, you don't have a sword or anything, or I don't know, but he was just like,
Don't judge his kinks.
I'm just like,
Don't you judge him.
I was like,
So-
why a whip? But overall, I mean, I did enjoy the movies, watching them at the age that I was at, but they never resonated with
Cool.
me.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this movie?
This movie was interesting, but it was certain characters were annoying. One being Indy's goddaughter and her sidekick, because I didn't like how they were like, this guy doesn't know anything. What's this old jack off? Like, what's he doing? You know,
This old fart.
he's in the way. Get him out of here.
That is a complaint I've gotten from a couple of people.
Yeah,
Where a
so-
lot of people are going like, it's an indie movie, but everybody's just really annoyed by Indiana.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no one knows that this guy's like a legend.
They were too
essentially.
meta about it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. I felt like during that time he would have been like a legend. He would have been like, oh, you're
'Cause we were ta-
Indiana Jones.
We were talking about it too, of he not only that, but also the fact that things had really changed.
yeah.
Because if you go, yesterday I watched Last Crusade,
Uh-huh.
and I totally forgot his students loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they thought he was like
Well,
he was like the greatest thing. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread. They thought he was super hot
So-
and like he was really cool.
so they do this thing in the vibe of the film where they go automatically. We are no longer focusing on history anymore. We are looking into the future, because in this one, Indy doesn't care about they've landed on the moon, but everyone around him is like, this is a historical event. This is a moment in
That's
history.
kind of how they get away with it.
Yeah,
which
and-
is stupid. Now that you've said it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And they set this vibe that no one cares about history anymore. And you're watching it and you're like, okay, I'm watching it and I'm like, is this where it's gonna kind of go? Or is this like, I get it. Indy doesn't care about it. He's so into the
Right.
past, but they never dwell on it until like the third act, where when they tune into the dial and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's the thing, and that's what kind of threw me off in the beginning a bit because you're getting these different tones.
Yeah.
You're getting that no one appreciates about Indy. No one cares about the history of anything anymore and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, he should be well known, you know, especially if he's retiring from this university that he's at and stuff like that. You would think that they would know about his extracurricular activities that he has.
Well, not only that, but also even in Last Crusade, he saved a lot of like artifacts.
Yeah.
And so you would have imagined he would have been in the newspapers. Like people would know who Indiana Jones is because
it seems like the FBI knows about him. That's about it. That's as far
yeah, that was the weird thing too of like, oh, I need the file on Indiana Jones from the CIA.
Yeah.
But he worked with the CIA and the FBI in the last one.
You would think that the government's
even in
like
Raiders of the Lost.
Yeah, and even in Raiders.
Even in also in Kingdom of Crystal Skull, when he survives the nuclear blast, they have him contained and he's like, what are you doing here, Indy? You know, what are you like?
You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here. What are you doing? Like, you know, going on to military base and breaking into military base with, you know, German officers and stuff like that. Russian officers and stuff, you know, and it's like,
and then he even talks about it and he was just like, we went through a lot of missions, and he goes, don't even bring up the war. Like, we know about your war record. Like, because apparently he was also a hero in the war.
Yeah, but no one seems to remember that.
They start the movie Dial of Destiny while he was in Germany trying to grab
that's
the
another
lands of
thing
Jesus.
on the last couple of days of the war.
Yeah. So this is my problem with this movie is that I feel like the writing for this movie, it knew what it was. It wasn't Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because we came out of the movie saying, like, if we would have had Dial of Destiny instead of Kingdom, then it would have been such a better ending.
Yeah.
Because you got a classic Indiana Jones. Like, it was about the adventure, it was about the artifact, and the ending wasn't this super magical thing that was supposed to save their entire story.
Yeah.
It turned out to be something we didn't expect.
And plus, I think we had like an indie super fan next to me because every time they showed like one of the legacy characters, he was like, "Oh," he's all like,
which is fine because I had those
like,
moments
cool.
too.
But it was cool though because even when there were really cool moments inside of the movie.
It's a nostalgia movie,
and because and there's a lot of stuff that's inside of it from like his dad's house.
Yeah,
like you saw like the guy walking across the invisible bridge, and you saw the Grail, and you saw a couple of other like things from Henry Jones Sr.'s house. My only thing is that why not recast Mutt?
So okay, really quick spoiler. Did you guys notice? I didn't notice until after I saw the movie when they're panning around Indy's house.
Mutt has a flag.
Mutt's picture, and there's the folded flag when they give it to you when he dies. I didn't catch that. I only saw the portrait or the picture of him.
I saw the folded flag, and I was like,
I didn't put two and two together.
It didn't click with me, and then they went, oh well, Mutt, like your son passed, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
there's a lot of like bits and pieces in the movie where it didn't directly tell you what anything was about, because we didn't even know that Mutt died until the last part of the second act of the movie. We didn't know about the divorce until literally the last part of the first act. You can pick up on the clues, and you found out, you know, that the divorce happened, but you spend like 2 to 3 seconds.
They're legally separated.
Yeah,
they're not divorced.
They're legally separated, but the only way you would know prior to it being told to you up front is 2 seconds where you see a piece of paper, what is it called, a telegraph or whatever, the telegram.
What are you talking about?
The note that says that, the separation.
He got the separation.
Oh, he got
it was 2 seconds.
In the beginning, yeah
2 seconds of the entire scene covered. You couldn't even read it.
Well, yeah, that's the scene where he moves the magnet.
Exactly, but still, it's the only way you can find out.
Plus, also, I feel like because before we went to go see Dial of Destiny, I just got done watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and it just feels like out of character to have Mutt join the army, because I feel like he wouldn't.
He was a greaser.
Yeah, he wouldn't care.
But I think
then he said like, oh, he did it out of spite.
No, but the thing is that I can understand Vietnam though, him getting drafted.
Oh, okay. If he got drafted, no, but he says he enlisted.
He says he enlisted.
Yeah.
But if they would have just been like Mutt got drafted.
Remember that Mutt in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was trying to do everything that his dad was doing, and then Indy kept like pushing him down. So that spite comment kind of makes sense. It is out of character for them to like kill him off. And again, this goes back to this idea that the story was written in a way where they knew what to do, but they were written in corners where they were just kind of like, oh shoot, we have to kind of address this.
Well, no, but that's the thing though, is that but at the end of Crystal Skull, you can see that him and Indy have more of a connection. They've connected over the adventure. They
they understand one
yeah,
another.
Mutt understands his dad. He understands Mutt,
But
and
that
they
was a
both found.
growth of Indy, not a growth of him as a father.
But
as the adventurer, he grows in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I understand that, but the thing is that you have this growth, and then it shows that it's been 10 years later since Crystal, or it has been. It's a little bit more than 10, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, it shows that he didn't learn anything. Him and Mutt still butt heads a lot, and then I'm assuming that because Mutt's friends went to Vietnam, he then told him, "Don't go.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna die out there. There's no reason. Like, it's not like when we were fighting the Nazis. We actually had an enemy that we were fighting. If you're going to Vietnam, you're not gonna have these people. You're not gonna have that same enemy.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to address.
It is, in which I do feel that a recast would have just been easier.
It probably could have, but I think even the writers didn't want to handle Mutt. I think that's what it was, because they wanted to focus. This is what I've also heard, that Kathleen Kennedy wanted to push a more female-driven Indiana Jones.
Which,
But-
if that's true, is not it.
But that's the thing, though, is that I feel like
Again, Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge of Lucasfilms.
I understand that, but the thing is that here's my thing. They don't know how to write women.
Well, okay.
But the thing is that
And
when
this
you're
is coming from you, a man.
no, but I'm just saying in general. When you take writers like what was it, like Patty Jenkins or even James Gunn or any of these other like directors who really write women
Screenplay
well.
writers.
These screenplay writers that really write female characters well. They're completely different than a lot of these others that just kind of write them annoying.
Well, you
Like,
got to
they-
think about these screenplay writers as because Patty Jenkins is a good example, because we studied her in my film class, and she did an interview where she was saying that she loves to have these women-centric characters have their own personal struggles where then they grow and evolve.
Yeah.
She directed a movie, I think it was Monsters or something like that, right? Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how there's like that personal, like that kind of like personal tension in that character that helped you kind of like understand this, and that's how that character managed to develop themselves toward like throughout that whole movie. When you look at what Lucasfilms has been doing with their female-driven, characters and stuff, it's you get a female lead and you give them something to achieve and then some power in the middle, and then wham bam, you're done.
And-
Rey Skywalker is basically that. You have an unknown character, you give her potential, but you don't describe it, and then she becomes powerful. But done.
No, but not only that, but also
There's no growth.
No.
it's also this weird thing of, because they've been doing it to all of these legacy characters. They did it to Han, they did it to Luke, they're doing it to Indy, where they just hate their lives.
Yeah.
They don't see the magistry.
They're not happy.
They're not
where
happy in their
yeah.
lives. They're really run down. They're
They don't
exhausted.
They don't know how to start a character that's been on break for so long. See, that's the problem that I have with this movie. That's my major issue, right? Because I do agree that there was a lot to write, and that's the point I was trying to get to. Is that the screenplay for this movie was kind of all over the place. For me, the biggest issue is what's the girl's name? Shaw. The
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
the girl that was Wombat.
Phoebe
Yeah, Helena.
Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe?
Helena. Yeah.
Helena.
Her character name is Helena.
Helena.
But
Okay.
her actor
Actress.
name is Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's the
Jeez.
same person that plays the android in Solo.
You're the
Okay.
android in Solo.
Huh?
What?
I am
She's
the
a
android
great
in Solo.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
But I could care less about her character. And the reason why is because nothing that she said had any form of development. And if it was development, it was scattered throughout the story in a way that didn't have anything to do with what was going on.
So from the get go of this movie, from the beginning, there's mention that there's a daughter
yes.
that his sidekick has,
Yes.
and there's no mentioning of like how her character is. We're just kind of believe that, oh, okay, yeah, if she's into history, or if they're into history, then she must like history as
cool.
well too.
The one-to-one connection.
But the thing
fine.
is like, cool, we thought that, but then they just kind of do this 180 where she sees Indy, she visits him, and then she's like, oh, I need to get the dial and stuff. And it's like, okay, so what's she gonna do with the dial? Oh, I'm just gonna sell it.
But that was another thing too, is that
That was a weird kind of like,
it was a weird flip.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I thought it was weird that Indy he had this really important artifact, and what he did is he just went to his school and then
because he
hit
was
it.
told to destroy it too. That's another layer we find out that like
Yeah,
when he's
that-
given it. He's like he promised that he would
He's gonna
hide
destroy it, and they never
destroy
really
it.
answered why he didn't.
I
No.
think the assumption is that this is a piece of artifact that he didn't want to destroy because of his love for Archimedes.
because he's Indiana Jones. Is that
Yes.
why he did
But
it?
the thing is
Basically,
that-
but you're led to assume that, and it's not right
Mhm.
because I know you're going to say in there and defend it and be like, it's not right. I know it's not right. It's not. But the thing is that you're led, a lot of the stuff that happens in this movie, you're led to assume. And the reason why is because Helena, again, is not described as to, we don't get this description of why
Yeah.
she despises Indy. We don't get the description as to why she wanted to be a historian or has going into a graduate
Yeah.
program for history.
Mhm.
And then she's wanting to specialize in Archimedes' history.
Mhm.
Yes.
We don't get any explanation as to why she is in the position she is. We just kind of get to see this journey where she is just straight up an asshole,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden feels sentiment towards Indy and says, you can't stay here,
Mhm.
and then takes him back. And then, spoiler for the end of the movie, basically in the third act, they the main villain, Matt Mickelson's character,
Mhm.
goes back in time.
He knows
to
how
base-
to tap into the dial. Yeah.
and he believes that the dial will take him back to a point in history where he could reverse the results of World War
Yes.
II and
Mhm.
have the Nazis win.
yeah.
but-
he wants to replace.
He wants to
Hit-
kill. He wants to kill Hitler and replace him.
Yeah,
Yes,
he wants
and
to be
then-
Hitler.
yes.
the Führer himself. Yeah.
Yes. And then the dial actually takes him back to a point in time where Archimedes was still developing the dial.
Yes.
And you come to find out that the dial was a compass to basically take Archimedes
It's an
back.
SOS.
It's
Mhm.
basically. That's all it was. And so when Indy's there, they die. The Nazis end up dying. Indy,
very gruesomely. too.
Yeah.
You
which
see
I love that part.
That's funny. You can see like Matt Mickelson just like burned up and looked
Oh
like
yeah, he's like
Swiss
his
cheese.
face is all
Yeah.
just shreds and
Mhm.
everything. I was like, oh damn.
Hey, you know what? I love the fact that they didn't cower away from that because that's
That's
classic
it. That's
Indiana Jones.
classic indie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Indy meets Archimedes.
Yes.
He manages to jump
and he
out
was
of the ship,
and he was shot.
and he was shot, and he meets him, and he's like, you know what? This is my destiny to stay here and learn with Archimedes. Helena says, no, you can't. No,
Mhm.
no, and he's still not convinced. So Helena punches him in the face,
It just ends.
and that's it. And
Do
now
you-
he's back in his.
Do you know
apartment.
kinda
why? Do you know why I'm saying that he needs one more movie? Because he needs to lose an eye. He hasn't lost an eye yet.
Why?
Because in the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, he's missing an eye. When he's retelling the story of his youth,
Oh.
he has a patch over his eye. Because he's telling the story in a museum.
You guys
That's
want to
dumb.
watch Young Indiana Jones? It's
That's
on
dumb.
Disney Plus.
They just added it to Disney
Yeah.
Plus. It was really
Did
good.
they really?
Yeah,
you
it's
can watch
the whole series.
Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Yeah.
So, speaking
It's
about
pretty
the
good.
ending, we have about 10 minutes left on the show, 10 to 15 minutes. So let's talk about the ending of this
Ah.
movie. Okay, the ending of this movie, because we got to talk about some positives here, right?
Yeah, at some point, yeah, that's the thing.
Eventually.
Eventually, there are positimes because
No, there is.
I know, but can we get on it for like another 5 more minutes and then we'll get some positives? Like, this is
Well,
fun.
okay, what's the one more thing that you didn't like or you want to share?
You know what? I didn't. You know what? The one thing I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that we didn't get too much Indiana Jones temple, like me going
References?
through like actual artifacts,
Oh.
or like me going through a what was it? Like me going through a temple, or me like trying to figure something out.
Like, kind of like going through like levels in a way
Yeah.
to get to the point where we need to go.
Yes.
There
They
wasn't-
they just went through a cave and just
There's
was
no
like,
expedition.
it's there.
Yeah. Like honestly,
You know what? That's true.
I kind of just felt like
also
I
noticed
don't
that
know
you
how
didn't use it a bit.
nobody has found this.
Well, it's, you know what? I think what it goes down to is Harrison Ford's 80 years old and he can't do.
I mean,
You
they
can't
had
do
a
the
scene
whip
where he was
anymore?
climbing. They were
Yeah.
climbing up. They're scaling up the side of the mountain.
And he literally goes, and then he stops, and then she's like, "What's wrong?"
No,
And he's
did you
like,
notice he didn't move?
"Yeah,
He never moved
He
when
never
they were
moved.
climbing.
Yeah. He never uses his whip either. He uses it once. That was it. That
and,
was kind of just.
and that's a CGI rip."
Oh no, he used it again afterwards.
Yeah, he used.
You
He
guys
uses,
noticed that he was on the horse and then in the train station, it was a digital face of him?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
but
that's bad.
but okay, but that's the one thing is that I felt like because in every Indiana Jones movie there is a thing he needs to figure out to get to the next piece.
Yes.
Like in Last
He
Crusade.
did. He did that with the water.
Oh, he did.
But
Buoyancy.
It was enough. It was
Water
enough
displacement.
for his age.
no,
It's water
but,
displacement.
but what I'm,
He's-
but, I know you're just like, oh, Archimedes loved water displacement. That's obviously what it is. No, but I'm talking about like in Raiders where he has to figure out where the Eye of Ra goes. In what was it? In Temple of Doom. I mean,
You wanted something more extravagant. That's
I just wanted Indy to do more
No,
indie.
that's fine.
It's
That's
puzzles,
fine.
yeah.
Why are you cussing so
because
much?
I want Indy to be good.
God, it was good. It was okay. Dude, but you're making me edit, and I don't want to edit.
Well, okay. I think all in all, we have to give credit to at least Harrison Ford for doing this movie, seeing that he's again 80 years old, you know, and I think that's the thing that I was kind of like already set up myself for the get go. Is like, yeah, I'm not gonna get Harrison Ford doing all the stuff that he normally would have done. Positives.
The movie was good.
The movie was good. It was exciting. It was.
That's it.
It was interesting to see Indy and Matt Mickelson play this kind of like cat and mouse game.
Matt Mickelson was great.
Did they ever explain how Matt Mickelson survived?
No.
They never explored that, huh?
No, because honestly, what I wanted to see Matt Mickelson look like? I wanted to see like half his jaw,
dent.
Same.
like a dent in his jaw,
Bro
because
was
that would have
going
been
80
sick.
miles an hour.
Or like half a cat, like a mask
Like
on,
or
right here.
or at least like you want him to look like from the James Bond movie where he has like half a mask,
I
like an
wanted-
opera
yeah.
mask, and he's just like,
I wanted
"Hello,
to have-
M.
I wanted to look
Jones."
like a James Bond villain.
Bro got
Yeah,
hit with
because-
a pole at 80 miles an hour.
Dude, honestly,
Still
he got
survived.
hit with a pole at 80 miles an
His
hour,
eye should
and
be
he looked
gone.
fine.
Yeah.
Even if he,
He just got a scar.
He's
Like
not
a
even.
little-
He doesn't even have like. He's not walking with like a
he
limp
does,
or anything.
okay, he doesn't even have a Lashif scar,
Yeah.
like where he just has a little cut down the eye. Like, give me that.
Like
Give me,
Casino Royale.
yeah, give me him like his eye crying blood. I don't
he's just
know.
constantly like this.
Yeah, give me something.
Hello, Indy. Yes. Hold on, let me
I'm
dry
talking-
my
we're
eye.
supposed to talk about positives.
I know, but I just thought that was so weird that he got hit. He was probably going like 50 miles an hour and got hit by a pole.
Look,
Yeah.
okay,
And he
I'm
was
gonna
fine.
bring it back to a positive.
Okay.
There was a point in the movie where I felt really emotional because it really became classic Indiana Jones, and it made me think about my dad and how much he would have loved this movie instead of
What?
Kingdom, because he thought Kingdom was okay.
Okay, what was the scene?
It was kind of towards the end of the movie as he's doing this whole like scavenging thing, and then he gets brought back. That emotional aspect of like bringing all the characters back together, and his wife Marion. That scene, it was kind of like a good wrap up of everything that had happened.
I'm not gonna lie, the third act felt like an Indiana Jones.
The
movie.
third act was full indie.
Yeah.
It was
When
that was
they-
very much
yeah,
Indiana Jones. movie.
When like they were figuring out how to time travel, that was cool. And
Yeah.
like I did like the aspect of like it wasn't like a portal. They had to go in the sky and they had to like fly into it. And I'm like, that's okay.
That was okay, but I
Yeah.
like the fact that he like almost threatened, or he had the classic Indiana thing where he was telling the villain, "You don't know what you're doing."
Yeah.
He didn't know about what is it,
Continental
Yeah,
drift.
Yeah.
Continental drift.
And I'm just
He
like,
starts laughing,
I
yeah.
even got nervous. I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh my god, dude, this
We're
isn't
not
it."
going to Germany or something. He's all
Yeah,
like,
if you think we're going to Germany, it's not happening, bud.
and then you start thinking like, crap, where are they gonna go?
You,
Yeah, like, where are they
gonna
felt
drop
the
off?
panic, right? I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god."
I thought, you know what? I thought we were gonna see some dinosaurs. I was
I honestly,
Yeah.
I was really going dinosaurs.
Just like,
I was like Indiana Jones.
pterodactyl just like
Indiana
right
Jones
What if they took
whipping
him to
at a pterodactyl would have been sick.
It
It was so cool.
What if they took him to the death of Jesus Christ?
Oh man.
And that's how you see. That's how you roll
and then
back
gets
to
a
the
spirit of
lands.
destiny. Yeah.
There it
That's how
is.
you roll back to the lands. That would have
Yeah.
been pretty sick too.
See? There you go.
The other thing,
He's all, Jesus Christ.
and then is that when they turn around and they slap him and they go, "That's for blaspheming." So taking the Lord's name in vain. I was watching Master Sam. But no, but I you know what, I think that, you know, with the movie, it felt like an indie movie. It was entertaining. It at least, you know, it felt. At no point did I go like, man, this movie's really got to hurry up.
No.
I was
I-
getting there because I had to pee.
Really?
That's different.
Yeah, no.
That's different.
I kind of waited on the scene. I was like, okay, this is gonna be dialogue. Okay, go. Like, well,
I was like
this is
thinking
them
about this.
explaining about the Archimedes.
I was
thing.
thinking about the
like,
same
yeah.
thing, but there was like dialogue where it's like, I'm gonna miss something, and I don't want to be the stupid idiot that misses something. So I'm
and
just
then you have
gonna
to
stay.
turn to me and go, "Nick, what did I miss?" And then I go, "Oh no, why wouldn't you hear?"
Just finish your point because I want to get to the ending.
No, yeah. I wait. My point or his?
No, you were talking.
Oh yeah, I thought the movie was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Harrison Ford even for playing a 70-year-old Indy as an 80-year-old Harrison Ford. It was cool.
Dude was skin and bones, man. Especially they did him dirty with that underwear scene.
That and also his trot wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't great.
No.
Like because before I remember seeing I watched Last Crusade and you see Indy running and he's like that. He's like, yeah, got this. And then like this one he's got like that weird trot, but
It's like galloping almost. He's
This
all,
is an experienced Indy because he even was complaining, like, wait until, or you've never had to drink the blood of Kalima or whatever.
yeah, like
from,
you've never
Temple
like,
of Doom.
Yeah, I thought all that was cool. I like him referencing his old adventures. That was cool.
I've been shot 9 times.
You know what the funny thing is? I was trying to count and I don't remember all 9.
We got to watch it and see if it
I
was
have to-
actually 9 times.
I have to rewatch
well,
them
10
because
now.
oh, yeah.
I don't remember him getting
You
shot
gotta
9
watch it.
times in
You
the
gotta
movie.
watch it.
But anyway, I really did enjoy that. The only thing I can think of, so that way I could have gotten that little piece of, I really wish Indy would have given it to a museum.
Oh,
and then
Dial.
the dial, and then they would have had to break into a museum to get it.
Oh.
So, very
You wanted more classic Indy.
because I thought that would have been.
belongs in a museum.
They
No,
had
because-
that line.
Yeah, but I would have loved that scene of him going like, I'm so used to putting them in museums, never trying to take them out, and like and
Who would have known?
yeah, but I think that would have been an interesting thing of him having to deal with modern technology instead of like ancient traps. Like I thought that would have been
Oh, God.
Indiana Jones, 1958.
Indiana Jones and the and the buzzing lasers. Just
The more we talk about this movie, the more I actually kind of like start to love it a little bit more.
a little bit
I mean,
more.
I
yeah.
appreciate it. You
Now,
know.
I want to bring up this point before we wrap up this issue, but we talked about it and we argued about it after the movie, where I firmly believe that this is the sunsetting of Indiana Jones. Even though it kind of was hinting at the fact that there's still another potential film in it, because the
Yes.
movie irises out with him grabbing the hat from a hanger
Yes.
outside the balcony and then like him putting it on. And
Mira,
even
get in the
Miria,
bed. Until the hat on.
Get into bed, man. I'm gonna show you where it hurts.
I'm gonna find the lost ark between your legs. Then you can go
Kalima,
in my temple of doom,
Kalima.
and then we'll find the last crusade.
I chose wisely. Oh man, we just wrote Indiana Jones and the temple of the bikini. Oh god.
So, what was? Oh my god, he made me lose what I was forgetting to say. So it feels like it's a sunset because even though there's a lot of stuff that it kind of leaves an opening for, right? Even Miriam at the end of the movie goes like, "Are you back, Indy?" And he never answers. I'm like, bro, he's not back. He's like 80 years old. There's no
That's
way
what he
he's coming
said.
back.
Let me get the hat.
I would have loved if he would have done the John Wick thing where he's
I
like,
don't think she was
"Talk to me,
referencing an
Miriam."
adventure. I think she was referencing an adventure. I think they were
is it up? Is it?
Are you back?
Are you back, Indy?
Let me get the hat.
Is it,
I don't know. Let me check. Yeah.
Miriam? I have the staff of Ra.
There's a reason why I have the spear of destiny right by my bed. I touch this wood, the other one goes up. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
That is Indy's Blue Chew. Yeah. This little spear that he has right by
Oh
his
my
bed.
god! I think that would be so funny. As they're going at it, she's calling him Henry, and he's like, "Call me Indy. Call me Indy." Isn't that the dog's name? No.
So, Dial of Destiny, they sunsetted Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Point and done.
Yeah.
It's his last movie. It's over. Is there a successor? I firmly believe that they tried to make it with Helena, and she just didn't develop as a good enough character. So I don't think there's enough interest to bring her back
No.
as a secondary or future Indiana Jones. There's no reason to do it.
She is she's kind of like the Justin Long of the Die Hard movies.
Oh yeah. Where It started out as an annoying character, but then towards the end, you're kind of liking.
You kind of like them by the end.
Yeah, you kind of like the relationship and the dynamic of it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see an entire Justin Long movie.
I would rather have Helena come back with Indy rather than her
as
taking
like
it on.
as her more the physicality
Yeah.
and him more the brains.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
you know.
this movie is it for Indiana Jones. I don't think there's another Indiana Jones movie.
I think there is.
No.
I think so. I said this when we were done watching it. I think they are waiting until they see
Box office numbers?
the numbers, and they're like, "Hey, we made over $100 million. Harrison, you want to do one more? Yeah, why not?" So, like,
I mean, it's funny because the interview he had with
Probably
EW
90.
was like, "Oh yeah, this is it." But if the money, money
Money,
talks.
if the money's right.
Money talks.
Can you imagine just Harrison Ford like, okay, I gotta change. I gotta have a steady hand. If I move this slightly,
We'll all die.
yeah.
All right, I gotta turn this dial to open the door.
Indy.
What?
Just-
Indy, do you still have your license? Nah, they took it away years ago.
No, it's funny thing, kid. They took that when I turned 90.
They took it away when my penis stopped working.
Something about a colonoscopy, and I said, "To hell with that! Not gonna go in my temple of doom."
I heard the doctor say he was going to Kalima my butt, so I said no. That's great. That's great.
I love that we're doing this.
Kalima. 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 Short round. Stop him.
I'm chosen poorly.
But no, but I firmly do think I think that there is a possibility.
Hold up. Give me a second. Just to go for the whip.
Use the whip. That's why it's got the ball at the end.
He's all like, watch, he sees guys with swords. He's like, "Oh, let me get my gun. I left it in the car."
Hold on 1 second. Man, do you remember where I put my whip? No, but I really do feel that at one point, within the next 4 to 5, I think within the next 4 years, that I think that if the movie does well and it has good standing with the fans, I can see them pushing for
Indiana Jones.
for Indy.
Forsaken wheelchair.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
That's because I mean Harrison Ford's in good shape.
Yeah. Digitally, they put him in good shape.
You're making me be a jerk here.
Well, okay,
Dude, he survived a lot of stuff. Remember when he crashed that plane and he walked out to tell the story?
Yeah. He jumped out of a moving train into open water, and he was fine.
Did he?
Yeah. No.
Oh, in the movie.
In the movie, he did.
He
was like, wait, that's real?
The Millennium Falcon tried to kill him once,
Yeah.
and he survived. It only took his leg.
Oh my god, dude! All right, we got to wrap up this issue, but I think they sunsetted Indiana Jones.
Overall,
I don't think there's anything. Overall,
regardless,
I
we can make fun of this movie till the cows come home. But overall, I think it's a fun movie. Like you said, if this truly is a sunset to Indiana Jones, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Where do you guys put it in your
Oh, we talked about
Oh,
this.
yeah, we talked. I think it's the same. We said
third?
Raiders.
then
Last
we-
Crusade.
Crusade.
Dial of Destiny, Kingdom Skull. No, wait, is it Temple of Doom?
Temple of Doom,
And then Kingdom of Crystal Skull.
somewhere out there.
Mine's Last Crusade, then Raiders. I like
so
Last-
okay.
I like Last Crusade.
like Sean Connery.
I like yeah, hell yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know that the the line that we were talking about in the car, where we were like, oh yeah, Sean Connery and Indy both had sex with the same
Oh yeah,
woman.
they did.
I
Eskimo Bros.
I didn't know
Like
that
father, like son.
I didn't know that Sean Connery improvised that line.
Oh really?
I didn't know that. I was watching a documentary on it, and then like apparently Harrison Ford goes, yeah, Sean Connery improvised that. I wasn't expecting him to go, she talks in her sleep. That's why you see him go. He goes, how did you know that? And he goes, she talks in her sleep. And he goes, what?
That was a genuine reaction.
It's a
from Harrison
genuine
Ford.
reaction from
that's
Harrison
funny.
Ford.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts before we wrap up this issue? No? Go check out Dial of Destiny. It's a great
Yeah,
movie.
go watch.
With that said, let's
was
go ahead
fun.
and wrap up the show. Thank you so much for watching this issue of Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 154. Don't forget to check out our website, keepingupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Go follow us on there. Check out our audio platforms if you guys are on the road and can't watch us on video. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review if you like what you heard. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, Keeping Up with the Nerds. Check out our shorts because we're updating. I'm a little bit behind on the reels, but we are putting some of the best parts of each issue online as reels. So check out TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts for that content. Comment down below. Share these podcasts with friends and family. Let them know what you guys think about the show. And yeah, the best thing you guys can do for us and help us out right now at this moment is to share our content. Let other people know that we exist.
Also, let us know where your standing is for this movie.
Yeah.
What's your ranking of the indie series?
And tell us why Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is your favorite.
What?
Nick. You don't have this in front of you.
I need to know which users to block. Thanks.
Take it away, Nick.
They got bad taste.
Take it away.
This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 154. My name is Nick Valero.
Rene.
This is Bryan.
Signing off from Under City Comics. We'll see you all next time.
Bam, 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 bam.